Hi everyone! Tonight I wanted to talk about fossils. I've been really into collecting fossils this past year. I started with a megalodon shark tooth, which I'd actually been wanting for years because sharks are something that scare me. So I wanted to kind of examine that fear for myself through having this fossilized megalodon shark tooth, and that sort of started this deep interest of mine in the past year for just looking at all different types of fossils and feeling which ones call out to me. Hi, Jeffrey! Feeling which ones call out to me and which ones I want to meditate with. Because when I bring an object into my home, I bring it into my home to really sit with it and feel its energy and feel my own projections onto it and what it means to me, and learn about myself in that way, and discover what my higher self, if you will, my soul, whatever's the forces that are guiding me, what they're trying to show me. So when I bring an object into my home, that's what I'm doing. I'm using it to meditate and understand where I'm being guided. And with the fossils, I found I went from this sort of a large tooth and got smaller and smaller and smaller. And I want to share some of the smallest pieces I have with you tonight. I don't know if you can really see this, but this is a piece of fossilized or petrified wood, 220 million years old, of the Araucaria tree, which is also called the monkey's puzzle tree. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't get a good look at the different colors. But there's also these little, I think you can kind of see these little scratches in it, like you would find on just a piece of wood, like a piece of driftwood. There's still these, it's a stone now, it's petrified, but you can still see, the texture of the wood and the scratches in it from just its life. I don't know if it's from creatures that were living in it, or how it went, the processes of it decaying and turning into stone. But there's these beautiful textures and colors inside this tiny, tiny, tiny piece, which if it was laying on the street, we might not notice. I actually gave a piece of petrified wood to every household in my family this year during the holidays, because I felt like that really connected me to them, the family tree being rooted together, the value of our connection to me, both in and out of time, for those present with us and those already passed on. So what fossils also help me meditate on is that sense of how nothing is ever not still with us. How we're used to experiencing something is gone, such as in the death of a person or loved one, pets, moving, how we move through life, new jobs, whatever we're letting go of or is taken from us. But when you look around the world, it's never truly, truly gone. Just how we're used to experiencing it is gone. Here are some other little fossils. These are trilobites. I don't know if how many people know about them. They're pretty popular in terms of if you're learning about the history of life and evolution. These are some of the earliest creatures. These fossils are over 400 million years old. These teeny tiny little things. They were marine arthropods, trilobites. Some of the earliest animals that led to our development as humans. But now, all arthropods are most closely related to them. Although there's no still living trilobites, they are fully extinct. But their existence started the formation of other types of arthropods. But yet, we are all connected to their existence, because they were some of the very first animals. So if they didn't exist, we couldn't exist. If they didn't begin the process, we couldn't be here now. And the same with the tree. you know? Same with the tree. And even before the trilobites, there was cyanobacteria. I think it's called stromatolites now. There's still fossils for those too that are billions of years old. Billions of years old. Bacterial life. We have fossil evidence for that. For life, the very, very, as far as we have thus understood and found, the absolute beginnings of life that moves and has a consciousness on Earth. And so fossils remind me that that's in my DNA. We actually have remnants of all our other forms of existence still in our DNA. We still have some prototype, I believe, for gills when we were fish. Of course, our tailbones for us related to the primates. There's a part of us in development, I don't have it exactly right, but in the amniotic sac, there's what is still called a yolk when we're fetuses in our mother's bodies. There's still a part of our development that's attached to something called a yolk from when we were actually formed and born inside of actual eggs. That's in our DNA, you know? Nothing is actually gone. It's actually inside our bodies. And then we can go to the earth that we walk upon, that carries us today. We can go down inside it and see what brought us here. You know? 220 million years. 400 million years. And if you look up into the sky, billions of years of history, of light, through the light we see in the sky. It's all around us. And so I really invite you to understand that the pebbles, the grains of sand, pollen and dust of this earth, the tininess of it doesn't make it any less valuable than anything else on earth, because you're a part of its existence, and its existence is a part of yours. It informs you about your life here and now on this planet in the form you're in. You know, just to have even the concrete. I live in the city. Many of the people I'm talking to tonight live in cities. But there's dirt. We have trees in the city. There's dirt that gets into the crevices of the concrete that was layered on top of dirt of the earth. There's plants that spring forth through the cracks in the stones that carries in its DNA the entirety of evolution. You can just stand wherever you are and just look around you. When you breathe in, you're breathing in air that everything that's been on Earth has breathed in through its cycle and breathed out. The particles of the air you're taking in, they're not new. They've been here since the formation of the Earth. You're like breathing in then, now, future, and breathing it out all at the same time. Isn't that amazing? Whatever else is going on in your life, whatever things you're thinking about that have value, they do. It's not to say one thing is of higher value than the other, but this is like a great equalizer. To look at the tininess of things and how it's connected to you. I encourage you to go out tomorrow or even tonight And find the smallest thing you can see and just give it your attention. For as long as you can. Maybe that's 30 seconds, maybe that's half an hour. However long you can be with it. And just understand that you are intricately connected to it. Through all of time. And it's in its current form, just like you're in your current form. So you're sharing this experience of being alive in a form that was informed by everything that came before it. And just see how much deeper and deeper you can take your own attention into the tiniest things. And let yourself feel what it means to you. There's no need to search for an answer. You're just feeling. And the feeling itself will provide you with information. Even just to feel your own body more. Because you'll be feeling your response to a piece of dust floating by you. That is as intricately involved in everything as you are. There's value all around you. Deep, profound value beyond what we can comprehend. You walk upon it every single day. You walk upon profound, immeasurable value. Your feet get to touch that every single day. And that's a thought I want to leave you with tonight. Happy Saturday, everyone. I love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.